Hi, welcome back to this course, Physics 161. In this session, I'll be introducing to you the quick overview of the online platform that you will be using for your computer-aided drawing. On your browser, just search for SketchUp online. And you will be redirected to the link for the website of the SketchUp.com. Here, just click the SketchUp for web. And you will be prompted this interface. And you can click on Start Modeling. And wait for this interface to load. Then here you will be asked to sign in. Just sign in using your Google account. And you will be redirected to the drawing interface. This is the logo of the Tribal SketchUp. Now, I already have few drawings here. So let's just assume that this is your first time in loading this program, so you will not be seeing anything here. So what you are going to do is just create a new project. Just click New, and you will see this interface. So for basic icons or features of this program, you have here the arrow option for you to move and select objects. You have here the erase tool. The moment you move over your icon on your mouse on these icons, it will prompt you the name. There will be a pop-up window identifying the name of this icon. So for this one, it is eraser. This one is paint bucket, where you can choose colors. Say if you are to use this one, this is color picker, and this is bucket tool. So if you are to use the color picker, for example, you click on say blue one, then it will give you the color choice that you have click from these options. Okay, so you can hide this one using the arrow. And this one is the pencil or the line tool, where you have these options. This is for the freehand, and this is for the line tool. This one is the shape tool for the arc. This is arc tools and the rotation tools. This one is the shape tool for square and rectangle and circles and polygons. You also have the option for a text here. And this one is for the push-pull. This is for three-dimensional shape expansions. I will be introducing these features later on. And this one is for the shell, the outer shell. I'll be also introducing these tools later on. This one is the move tool, where you can simply move objects, you can rotate objects, and you can expand objects. This one is the tape measure, where you can either make measurements or indicate dimensions if you have already made some illustrations or drawings. And this will give you the name of that particular section of your drawing. And you have also here the protractor, and so on and so forth. So we have another features here where you can add on to your drawings. You can explore that later. And views, the component view options. This one for the choice of materials like the wood, glass, or concrete. And this for the styles of your final output and some of the tags. And you can have the scene animations here. And this one is for the display and some other icons. Now, here at the bottom part, this is the length, the coordinate, or the dimension part. This is important. You can input your dimensions. Since this default value here is using the feet and inches dimensions, so in your drawing, in your dimensions, it will give out feet, inches, units. Now, let us try to do some simple drawing. Say, we will draw a cube. So what you are going to do first is, of course, to determine the dimension of your cube. So first, you use the tape measure tool here and say tape measure, that is in the shortcut key. You can just hit T on your keyboard and this will give you the tape measure tool, or you simply click here the tape measure. Now, say I would like to create a cube that is 24 by 24 by 24 inches, or simply 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet. So on the green axis, I will make a marker, and here I will just input 24. That corresponds to 2 feet, and hit enter. That is the 24 inches mark. And on or along the red axis, I will just click and drag to create an imaginary reference mark. Again, I will just type 24 and hit enter. And now, I can zoom in. How to zoom in? I will just click Control key on my keyboard and just roll the roller of the mouse. Okay, that is to zoom in. And the center point of zoom will be determined by the location of your mouse or your cursor. For example, I will move the cursor here and roll my roller. It will zoom to this point, zoom out and zoom into this point. And if I am to put my mouse here at the intersection of these broken lines, it will move to the intersection of the broken lines. Okay, now, I will be creating a square first. You can choose this one and click this one as square, or you can simply press R or rectangle. That is R on your keyboard. And I will zoom to the intersection of the broken lines here. Click and drag towards the origin and release. Now I have a square shape. And if I am going to create a cube out of this two-dimensional square, I will just use the push button, this one, or simply click P on my keyboard. Then move the mouse over to the square. And the moment you move the mouse on the square, it will change color. It will give you the small dots, which means that you have selected this surface. Now, the cube should have the same dimensions at all sides. So if the square, since the square I've made is 24 by 24, I will simply push this surface up to 24. I will just write 24 and it will automatically move towards 24 height. To check that one, I may use this tool, the dimension tool. If I do have a 24 by 24. So this is 2 feet. This side is 2 feet. This side, okay, you will see the blue one. Once you move your mouse here, it will give you this length that is 2 feet. And move the mouse here. Again, oops, sorry. Here, again, that is 2 feet. So you have the dimensions of your cube. Now, if you want to paint this cube with different colors at different faces, you can use this one. Say, I will choose yellow first. Then I will color this side as yellow. And another color, say dark blue on this side. Red on this side. Now, if you are to color the other faces of this cube, you need to rotate. How you are going to rotate? You can click this icon at the bottom, or simply press your mouse ruler and move over the cursor to the cube and start moving. That is how you are going to rotate. Okay, let's continue coloring this object. Okay, so you have now different colors at different sides of your cube. First, I would like to remove the dimensions. So just hit E for erase, then click this to remove or delete or erase those labels. You can also erase the broken line markers. And you can see this is your object. Now, if you want, for example, you have accidentally zoomed in to this position and you want to move your drawing, which is now somewhere here, you want to move that drawing to the center of your monitor. So you simply click H and you will see a hand figure and you can move your canvas, your three-dimensional canvas. Okay, so that's it for a simple cube. Now, if you want to, say, draw a cylinder or a post right at the center of this face of your cube, then you can draw a marker first, connecting the opposite corners of the cube to have an imaginary or the broken line as your guide. And at the intersection, you are now sure that this is the center of this square. So you want to draw a cylinder pole. Say, for example, you have a radius of 2, then you hit C, or you can have this one circle, or just hit C on your keyboard, then move over your mouse towards the center where the X figure will appear. That means you are now at the intersection of these broken lines. Then you can drag, click and drag to draw a circle. And again, you declare the radius of your cylinder or your post, say 2. Then hit enter. That will give you 2 inches radius of your cylinder. Now, you want to color this. Again, press the paint or B as bucket. Then say you have to color this with yellow. Now, after coloring, you can now create your cylinder or your pole. Say, for example, you want this as high as 4 feet. So, you have to click P or this one, the push or pull button. Then move over your mouse or your cursor until you see these dots. Again, this means that you have selected this surface inside this yellow circle. Then push. 4 feet is 48 inches. So on your dimension or distance tab, you just write 48 and click enter. Then you are now creating 48 inches height of your pole. Then you can delete or erase the markers. So now you have this simple drawing. Okay. So what if you want to move the whole object? You just click this select tool, then create a selection box that will highlight all surfaces. Now you can move this one. You can click M to move the whole object. And you can also rotate. Say you want to rotate this object, you can click R. So you can click rotate, then move here and say 45 degrees. Then the whole object is being rotated at 45 degrees. Say if you want to save now, if you want to save this drawing in this view, you can save it or you can export it. You have the following options for export. But if you want to save it, you can save it in the web. It will ask you to save it inside a specific folder. Or you can simply download this object. Say export as PNG. Export. Then it will download. So that's it. That's the basic example on how to draw using the SketchUp web application. So that would be all for the introduction to SketchUp web application.